This time it's not different. Every single stock market crash in the past is the same, and I found at least 3 different patterns that are typical for every single collapse. What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and let me tell you a story. Alright, so imagine you have a high school friend who just texted you on Facebook, and he's like or she's like, "Hey friend, I got a so cool idea, we definitely should invest in this." And you know what? It's always these people from Facebook, the ones who you stopped talking from high school, and now they're suddenly coming to you with an incredible business idea.
Raise your hand if you wanna get rich.
And so he's like, "We need to buy Moldovan gold right now, because this is the only pure gold that is left in Eastern Europe. And hold on, I can give you a link which directly sends you to the payment page, where you can pay for as little as, let's say, so $10, and that's it. You'll be investor in gold."
Yes, thank you. You will get rich quick. We all will.
But don't forget that the more money you invest right now, the richer you'll be in the future. Then you can buy your mansions, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, every single car that you want. And after you complete the payment, you will get your very own link, which then you can send to your friends. And by the way, every single time they will be making a purchase, you'll be getting 5% of their transaction.
Sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme.
And let me ask you this, does this sound familiar? Have you ever been in a situation like this? And I'm ashamed to admit that I almost got caught up in a pyramid scheme in the past. And by the way, you should definitely like this video and subscribe to my channel, so you will never be scammed in the pyramid schemes ever again. And so my thesis in this video is that the stock market crashes resemble pyramid schemes, because the ones who are the first one to recognize the trend are the ones who are usually getting rich, because the rest, 90% of people who got after them, they usually lose money. And just like I mentioned previously, starting from all the way from 17th century tulip mania, I found that for every single crash there are 3 typical common elements. So first of all, before every single crash, there is a big money, ridiculous money, where prices go extremely high, but as soon as this hype dies, these prices, the same very prices that were going thousands of percents every single month, they inevitably go down. And the reason why these manias start, it is because there is a new asset class of investment, or there's an increased profitability of existing investments. And you think about this in our current example. For example, new asset class are crypto investments and NFTs.
You think it's funny to take screenshots of people's NFTs, huh?
But the ones which are increased profitability of existing investments are either Teslas, GameStop, AMCs, or similar meme stock investing. Everything just simply goes up, and it doesn't even matter where you invest, because it will most likely will go up as well, because every single person starts feeling like they're a genius in this bull market.
Sometimes my genius it's almost frightening.
All this creates the euphoria, because people think it's so easy to make money, and in return it attracts even more people who are willing to get these free quick gains. Which brings me to my second point, that this whole situation on the stock market just attracts even more new market participants who are just looking to get rich quick. Most of them have never invested in their lives. They completely ignore all the fundamentals and technicals of every single stock, and they just invest in what's popular.
Are you sure you understand the risks of stock ownership?
Absolutely.
And for this reason, the quality of investments significantly decreases. Now there are even more investors who basically don't know what they're doing, and even more shares of bad, financially unstable and awful companies are being traded. And because of this, more profound market participants decide to take advantage of this euphoria.
The game plan is you go in there, hit them with some good, don't get hit, and come home with a pocket full of cash.
Which brings me to my final third point, is that there is an increase in fraud. This is when useless assets, empty companies like all these Dogecoin, Shiba Inus, 99% of NFTs and $1 trillion junk car companies, this is when these type of investments start to appear. And everything that I just mentioned at some point in the past was the target of get rich quick type of investment, and it got even worse when these people started flexing their gains on Instagram, YouTube. I'm sure you've seen these people who are posting their 1000% gains in the same week. And then some finance YouTubers started promoting these alternative investments. Most of them maybe were doing this just because this type of videos were getting more views, more comments, more engagement or anything like this, but I'm sure that some YouTubers were paid to talk about the same, maybe even Shiba Inu or any other alternative cryptocurrencies that has no real world utilization, that has basically no meaning behind it. But after all, yes, all these early investors who got their hands on NFTs, crypto assets, or got into these stocks that rallied like etc 1000% in the single month, yes, they're the ones who are able to profit from this investment. Which once again, as you can see, brings me back to the pyramid example which I said in the very beginning. These are the people who are at the bottom of the pyramid, and after all, those people who came after them, these are the 90% of people who lost their money. Because for one person to get this ridiculously high 1000-10,000% gains for every single winner, there were hundreds of people, maybe even thousands of people who lost their money.
The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely not.
And if you want to learn more about the history of stock market crashes, click on the top right corner because the link will appear right there, and this is the video that I made just for you where I'm explaining every single stock market crash back from 17th century. Thank you all so much, товарищи. Now go get your $4,500 from Wealthsimple and all the other useful links you can find down in the description. I will see you once again on Friday, and don't forget to stop by my Friday after work livestream. And now feel free to watch the video that I suggested earlier.